this linear situation. Okay, so it is all about a story of linear model, irrespective of whether it is linear regression or else whatever other generalized linear model. So always you will get this kind of situation, depend on if you are using several kind of bases. So this system, or in case of linear model, it happens to be inconsistent system. So you have to solve this system. So you are having two approach. One approach is analytical solution, because it is inconsistent, and linear algebra is having very interesting kind of theory. You can watch video lecture from my lecture from linear algebra. I have already shared that uh, link. You can get all those lecture. I think basically just go least square approximation. There you will see all the theory, geometric and analytic theory, everything. You will geometric approach and analytic approach, you will see there. So all about our target is to solve this one. So one approach is analytic approach, another one is optimization approach. That means we need to apply some kind of optimization algorithm in order to get a solution of this linear system, an approximate solution of this linear system. Analytical. So I will talk about analytical approach. Okay, so analytically, how you can get solution of, as we know that this system in general, it happens to be inconsistent system. So how you can get solution of this one? So one issue is coming, how we can get solution of this one? Anyone can suggest how we can get solution of this one in case of inconsistent system? I especially those who have already taken course on linear algebra, I think definitely you may answer it. So anyone would like to respond it? How we can get analytical solution of this one? I'm talking about approximate solution, not exact solution, because this system is inconsistent. Anyone, would you like to comment about it? What would be solution? Remember that here X is data matrix, that one is known to you, and Y is the response vector. That one is also known to you. Here unknown is W. You need to now find W in term of data matrix X and response vector Y. So anyone would like to comment? Okay, no worry, don't just you need to recall those things from last semester. Just go and watch that video lecture, you will get to know. So analytical solution, it is very simple to solve. So this system is inconsistent. So what you do, there is a projection approach. You can normalize this system, you can convert into normal system, and that would be a consistent system. How you can normalize? Multiply this system both sides with X transpose. It is all about projection kind of things. I won't go in detail how that geometry you can watch in my video lecture. So normal multiply both sides with white X transpose. That means a transpose of data matrix X transpose. You are multiplying both sides, so X transpose Y equal to it becomes here X transpose X into W. Okay. X transpose W. So what is happening here? After seeing that this system, we are calling it, it is actually a normal system, and this normal system happens to be consistent. So it is having solution. So we can always find. So here I am changing the notation of W. I can call it W star, because due to projection things are changed here. So here W star, because we both side we have multiplied X transpose, so we did little bit one kind of projection kind of thing is happening here. And X we know about X. X is data matrix that we known to you and known to us, and X transpose, due to that X transpose is also known to us. So left hand side everything is known to us. In right hand side also X transpose X is known to us. Only unknown is W star. So we need to get W star. This one is now inconsistent. It is a consistent system. That means it is a solvable system. So easily we can get solution of this one. So W star would be what here due to the situation of this system, this X star X, it becomes an invertible matrix. So it is simply not easy to see that invertibility, but there is a special condition. Again, I want to recall that you will get there. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So direct you will get analytical solution of this system is W star equal to inverse of X transpose X, because it is invertible due to some situation that I don't want to recall right now, times X transpose Y. This one is your analytical solution. Directly you are getting solution. So this one is your actually least square solution. So same solution you can get it by applying optimization technique. So if you are applying optimization algorithm, then question would be, what is your objective function? So here objective function is what? It would be residual. That you know that this system is inconsistent, then definitely the difference between x minus y minus x into w, it is something non-zero, so that we are calling it residual. So you define residual like this way, r, and objective function, here it would be what? R transpose r, one quadratic function. It is simply a quadratic function, quadratic in term of what? W, and you need to optimize this function. You can optimize this function. You are having objective function, just apply gradient descent, because this function happens to be what? It is a convex function, so gradient descent will, and even more than that, it is a strong convex function. Due to that, gradient descent will work fine, and it will directly give a solution. I am again calling it W star, that would match with this one, that would match with this one. Both will correspond to each other. Then you would ask why we are going for gradient descent when we directly getting approximate solution. So what is the issue? Anyone can point out what would be issue? Analytical solution, what is the issue? Because in both cases we are getting similar kind of solution. Then what is the issue? In second technique, which one you find easy? First technique or second technique? Anyone? All these things I will do in Python. That's why first I'm asking, just for theoretical point of view. Which one? Anyone would like to comment? Whether I'm audible or not again?
Yes, sir. Can you repeat it?
Okay. My question is that which method you find easy? First one, where you are directly getting an analytical solution. That means X transpose X inverse times X transpose Y. This solution directly you are getting. And here the matrix X is known to you, Y is a response vector, that one is also known to you. So everything known. So right hand side, definitely everything is known. That's why W star you will get. Now in second case, we are getting W star by defining a quadratic residual. Then we are defining a quadratic function as an objective function that happens to be a convex function, and we are applying an automatic technique, that gradient descent technique. It is an iterative technique, and it will directly converge to optimal, almost one optimal point W star. And I'm saying that both solution happens to be very much near to each other. So I'm saying that which method you find simple, and which method seems easy to you. First one, analytical approach, or second one, gradient descent approach, that optimization approach.
Gradient descent.
Yeah,
Gradient descent.
yeah,
Gradient descent.
techniques. Yeah, very nice. And why? Why gradient descent? It is a
It feels easy.
interview. One kind of important question. Why gradient descent? It is very nice.
So maybe it's because it's faster.
Sir, because it optimizes the values every time. Like if it finds a value, then it will try to optimize it again by learning from the errors that it made before also.
Nah, it is not like that. This analytic solution itself, it is an optimal solution. This solution is itself optimal solution, because whatever solution you will get through projection, that always happens to be an optimal solution. So this one is optimal solution. I told that both solutions are matches to each other. It is all about technique, which technique you find better. So simply answer, yeah, you all, one student told that gradient descent, it looks fine. I'm with that approach. Definitely gradient descent, that optimization approach is fine. It is actually, problem is that when you will apply this linear kind of model, and you are taking data, So if you are taking data, generally happen bulk in amount. So definitely dimension will increase. So if you want to model, like here W dimension may have 100,000, 5,000, something like very big. In case of very big dimension, then if you are going to calculate inverse of a matrix, then it is very time consuming. Your system will take a lot of time. That means CPU, definitely it will take time. But when you go to apply gradient descent technique, here you don't need to calculate inverse. Gradient descent, just what is the descent step in gradient descent? You can see that f of x I'm saying it is x is here current point minus alpha, it is a learning rate. You can recall that times gradient of f at the same current point x. So better I should give a name. So current point, okay, leave it. I'm this. So here you don't need to find inverse. You can observe that here directly you're finding gradient, you're finding function value at that point, but you don't need to find inverse. So that's way the gradient descent, this optimization technique is faster. Again, in the same, if you apply optimization technique like Newton method, then things would be complicated. That time inverse of Hessian will come, and you're trying to find Hessian always happens to be a matrix. Then it depends upon what kind of, if you are taking several function of several variables, that time Hessian would be a matrix. In that case, you need to find inverse. So then again, Newton method, it will take time. But if you apply gradient descent, it is not taking inverse. So that's way it is not dealing with inverse. That's way it is very relatively faster than this analytical approach here, because you are dealing with inverse. And if in case of dimension is very big, that I'm talking about dimension 10,000 and more than 10,000, something like that. I'm not talking about 100, 200, 300, 500 kind of thing. If dimension is very big, in that case, you will face problem. If suppose there are several parameters, in that case, definitely your analytical approach, it will be very slow. And your gradient descent approach would be always faster as usual. So that's why optimization is very essential to learn any system. If you want to learn any kind of system, optimization is, everyone need to learn optimization. And I will talk about these two in Python as well. So I think the theory would be clear to everyone. I think, is it clear to everyone or not? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So it is all a story of today's tutorial. This one is tutorial class. So I'm directly going to Python. So how many of you know about that platform of Python? Which editor you are using most? Which one you find better?
VS Code.
Which one?
So Visual Studio Code.
Okay, yeah, that one is really interesting, Visual Studio. But I'm a little bit I always like to go for simple kind of software. That one is not heavy. Those are very simple. Like I'm going for a Spider. A Spider, it might be. It is that platform is very much similar to that what we call it MATLAB, and this one is free. A Spider is free, so I would like to take a Spider. And here, one thing you will see, I will do the code of same thing what I discussed about both approaches. I will do here. So I need to give a name of this file. Let me first. Don't need to change. See, this one is the real one. Okay. So I told that I will solve the linear system in two different approaches. So first I will go without any specific library. Like one specific library is SciPy, but one NumPy is very much important. Always you know because you all these are numeric data, so you have to play with array. So NumPy you need to call it. So first I'm going to import NumPy as np. Then I will import. Actually, I will take one CSV data file. So I need to import pandas. Then I don't want to use SciPy because directly in analytical approach you don't need to use SciPy. Okay, so NumPy would be enough. And if you want to plot, then you can plot. I think plot might be clear to everyone. And there are various way to plot it. So, PyPlot. PLT. Fine. Now, first is that let give name to all. So this one we are importing libraries. Whether all these are visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
So can it read the size?
Size. It is actually. I think this next, I can't go beyond of that. I need to see the result here in this platform also in console. I have to see the result. That's why I can't go. Okay, I think this one is enough size. Fine. I'm going to import data. So I will take it from which data file I need to take it. Let me say it. Whichever. So see, I'm having CSV file. One you can see that it is having it is 2-dimensional data. So I will try to import this data. So I'm doing here linear model. Don't worry about that. So one, how read? I'm going to read CSV file. CSV. So which data? Disease. If you want to see .csv, if you want to see data file, you can see it. There is no issue. These are the data. There are two kind of data. One is X data right now. Another one is Y data. So I don't want to disclose much. What are these? These are really interesting confidential data. So here I'm trying to read the data through this data name. Now from here I will take first I will define regressor X. How I will take it from the file. So data file that as X first variable. So what value you will get it here? X would be what? I'm taking first column. Okay, there is issue. Does not exist. I think there is a disease training. What is the issue? Oh, I forget one name. Underscore data. Actually, these are little bit. I think. Okay, again I'm creating problem. Now it's fine. So what would be X? What would be nature of X? Here, just assume in that sense that I'm taking X. I'm trying to extract X from the CSV file. So what would be nature of X? What kind of data type it would be? Because you people have already taken data structure course. I think answer you might have. Someone might have answer. What would be nature of data? X.
List of lists.
What? List.
List.
No. It would not.
List of lists.
What?
I think it's a list of lists.
No.
It's a data structure of the data type, like dictionary.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. What would be data type?
Sir, tuple?
No.
It's a dictionary.
No. Why big name you are taking it? See.
So you are talking about X, right? Values of X.
See what you
Sir,
got it.
array.
Set, sir.
Yeah. What is written here? Array. This one is
Yes,
I have
sir,
taken
array.
one column. So that's why here you can see that CSV file. This is X. These are the X. First column values are X. So through this, all these are very basic things. I think if you are using Python, this concept might be clear to everyone. These are very basic things. Okay. And if you face problem here, then definitely you can't apply linear model over CSV direct data file, whatever file would be here there. And some Y is the response. I'm taking Y is the response. Y would be also in the same. You can see that Y would be also array type. It would be array. Now we got data. Now our task is that first I told that I can do here linear regression directly. Directly applying analytical approach. So in order to apply analytical approach, what we have to do? We need to apply data matrix. We need to define first data matrix. So what is data matrix? How we can define it? Data matrix, how we can define? Anyone would like to suggest? Just say that's why I discuss about all those process of solving linear system in that slide. How you can define data matrix? You are having X, and with the help of X, you can define data matrix. As much as basis you want, you can go for that. So just for the simplicity, I am giving you a hint that we are going to have quadratic fit. You will go for only quadratic fit. That means the basis would be 1x and x square. So what would be data matrix? How you can define? Any idea? No. Then see it. I'm just using here NumPy. I'm not going for SciPy and other advanced library. So just using NumPy. So I'm going to define data matrix. What would be this? Okay. It would be basis. It would be how we can go for I told that basis we need to define. So first column in the data matrix, what is the first column? What is the first column? In the slide, just again look, go back to slide. What would be first column?
Sir, 1.
Yeah, nice. Once you, I think after seeing that you are trying to answer it. Try to answer from your approach. And ones, how many ones? It would be the size of X. Sorry.
Size of X.
Yeah, the size of X. And second, what would be second column? X. What would be third column? I told that I'm going for quadratic fit, X square. And here array, if you try to see, this one is coming as a row. I need to do a transpose in order to get a data matrix. So I'm doing a transpose. So I think matrix is fine. There might be no issue. No issue. If someone want to look the pattern of X, you can match it with your whatever I discussed in slide. In slide you can see that. So this one is here. This one is first clause, first column, all entries are 1. This one is second column, this one is third column. This one is X column, this one is X square column. That means X basis and X square basis and 1 basis. So this one is your data matrix. So directly you got data matrix, and you know that what is the analytical solution. So I'm calling parameter P or W, even you can call it W. So what would be solution? What would be directly you are getting it? Actually, I'm not going to see the comment only, just because I am here completely dedicated to this spider. So what would be solution? You can respond by voice. How? What would be an analytical solution? Just recall the form, but write in Python. Solution would be inverse of X transpose X. So how we write it in Python? Just using NumPy. So I'm using NumPy. So np dot okay, linear algebra. I'm taking it from linear algebra, and afterwards I will define inverse of X transpose X. So first I would like to write it X transpose. That means dot x. Sorry, inverse I should go for, na, inverse linear algebra, and after that I will apply the inverse. Fine. Now we got the inverse of x transpose x. Then we need to multiply it with which one? We need to multiply it with x matrix, data matrix x. I think multiply with x or x transpose. What would be it? X or x transpose? Are you able to listen me?
Yes, sir.
It would be x transpose. That's the analytical form I had given. Why? Now, is it fine or there is issue? There is no issue. It is fine. So directly we got the value of W, like optimal parameter we got. What is optimal? Now tell me, here W is in matrix form. How you can convert the matrix to array? Do you know any command to convert from matrix to array using NumPy? Again, there is, so all these are basic things. I hope that everyone might be easy with what is the spelling of a squeeze? Yeah, do you see? If you do a spelling mistake, then definitely there would be issue. In the command, you can't commit a spelling mistake. np.edgeArray. Array of W. So I'm converting, squeezing the matrix into what? And array 4. Array 4. So you can see that here P is now, the input is your, sorry, whatever I am writing it. Here it is array. Because I need to plot the graph. That's why I'm converting this. Otherwise, my solution is done here. I got the optimal value of here. My solution is done. I don't need to go further. But what I do, I want to plot this. So in order to plot this command, you need to use. So how you can plot? How you can plot? Anyone? First plot, I am defining it like this way. PLT dot abbreviation. I have taken it for matplotlib, pyplot. P plot of x versus y simply. So here I will give name of this one star. Okay, so you can look into plot. P1 is coming like this way. This is the plot, a scatter plot of data. Now we have already got the optimal solution of W, that parameter. So we need to plot up the function as well, that fitted function or that least square function. So for that we need to apply again plot, PLT plot dot x versus what function we need to introduce. We need to apply this one. So function, we have to apply y cap would be better or something else. So what predicted value of y. So predicted y. So it would be quadratic in nature. So how we can define it like this way? So it would be, suppose we are calling it a star x. We are taking quadratic plus b star x plus c. And we know that P is here three-dimensional vector. So how we can get ABC? We can get it directly from okay, B and A. I'm reversing the direction. Here we are taking ABC from P, because you can look into here. P is having three components. So this one we are calling it A, this one B, and this one C. Okay. So this one is C, this one is B, this one is A. So that's way, if you want to see the plot of this predicted y prediction of y, and I need to give it whether what problem is there. I need to give some color. So color, it would be whatever color you would like to, yellow, red, or green. So put it green. See, this is the fitted data. So that line, what you quadratic fit here, it looks have zoomed version. Here the range is very small. You can look it into 0.7, 0.50 to 0.7 it went. So that's why actually it is quadratic, but it looks in zoom version it looks linear. If I increase the range, then it would be quadratic in nature. So I don't want to do much. So here you may see that I solved this linear system without using any a specific library. I have solved this one analytically. This one is analytical approach, totally analytical approach. So this approach, as you have already seen in the slide, what I discussed about how to get analytic solution. Now I will go for gradient descent technique. Second technique is gradient descent technique. So for that, definitely you need to go to apply further library that I'm calling it SciPy. SciPy is having optimization most of numerical technique you will get in SciPy. So I will use that. So this command up to these things are common. Just additional one thing will come. SciPy will come, and we don't need to define their data matrix because they are in optimization case. What we do, we just need to apply optimization algorithm. And for that, we will go for a specific library. What library it would be? SciPy import SciPy dot optimization. Optimize it can as opt. I'm giving short name of this one. Okay. Now after that, we need to define a quadratic function. So same this function would come quadratic function. I will take it. I'm doing copy of this one. I'm trying to do a call. I'm already having data. There is no issue. So defining a function. Declaration is very important because defining function, quadratic function. So command is diff f. What would be the next? Argument is x. And then parameter, we are putting three in quadratic, always happens to be 3 parameter A, B, C. Okay, then we directly want to return a function, quadratic function, that f. So that this function we have taken it. Okay, so we have already defined. Do we have any issue? Oh, there is no issue. So always try to keep on checking. If there is any issue, bug in your code, so it will be rectified. So always keep on checking. Whenever you're defining any function, just keep on checking. And then we are defining a residual. Residual as usual, what I told during that slide. In theoretical version, what I told. So we will define residual. So how we define residual here? What are the argument for residual? What are the argument? One argument could be parameter, another argument would be x, another argument would be y. And what we need to return? We need to return it. We need to return y, this is the given value, minus f of x. So I don't want to write ABC in total. I am writing it in parametric form. That P is 3-dimensional vector. So is it fine? I'm checking now. It looks fine. There is no issue. So next, what we have to do? We have to optimize this. Optimize this residual. So how we can optimize this residual? By applying some kind of initialization, some kind of optimization technique we are going to apply. So I will apply it. I'm writing it like this. I want optimal value of P opt. Also, it is giving one more thing, that it also giving covariance as well. Also, it in gradient descent always there is a need of initial point. So this one, it would be in the list form, point G0, whatever initial point you want to take, you can take it like that. 0.01, I'm taking it 1 like this way. So now I'm here. I'm calling library that scipy dot optimization, and which method I will apply. This least square is, there are various methods. Least square, one of the optimization method is this one. Here I'm putting objective function residual that I have already defined, and I need to give initial value. Okay, that P0, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. Afterward, I need to give argument. What would be argument? The given data. Yeah, command. So argument, what would be it? Always remember that it always happens to be in array form. So keep. So do we have any problem here? So I need to check it. There is no issue. I got the solution. So it is, I'm doing optimization here. So if someone want to see the solution, then solution OPT, and you can verify both would be same. POPT. You can verify. Just interchange. First element, this one is C actually, and this one is A. You can verify. Sorry. There is a just position of first came to third, and third come to first. It happens, but both solution you can match it. Both solution are same. If you want to see, both solution happens to be same. And if you want to plot, then plot also, plot version, you just do plotting also. I don't go much. I will directly copy it and plot directly. Here. So one thing I have to interchange here, because it is having, that's why I don't believe much in library, because they are having very specific order, and due to that definitely you will face problem. So ABC have taken it from this optimization method, and optimal, that means optimal value is giving. ABC is taking optimal value, and I'm going to plot it. Do you see the similarity? Can you see, is there any difference between these two plots? Here, these are the plots. Anyone? Are you able to listen me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what was the difference between these two? Someone told that first one is better. Why it is better? How much time it took? I just see again result. I am just trying to run it. So it is. Little bit it is taken. It is taking time. But if I try to run this one, second one, which one is faster? Can you see here? Which one is faster?
Second one.
Don't give here. Dimension is 3. Dimension of W is 3. That's why it looks almost same. But if I increase the dimension to 1000 something like that, then you will see the clear difference. Right now you won't see much difference. Right now in the lower dimension you won't see much difference. It looks almost. It is taking same time. Computation time is same. But if you increase the dimension, second, definitely I'm very much certain that second approach would be very faster. Very faster with respect to first, because first is dealing with inverse. So inverse is always time taking process itself. If you try to calculate inverse of a matrix, how much time you will, because no computer can compare with our brain. Brain is the most intelligent computer. So you can itself you will face problem while calculating inverse of a matrix. Definitely time taking. So that's why always go for optimization technique. And optimization is really interesting in order to learn any kind of system. It is one kind of learning. So we did regression without optimization and optimization. First one is just linear algebra approach. Second one is optimization approach. So all these are what, if you are very good in linear algebra, and if you are very good in optimization, that means you are very good in, and also you are very good in probability. That means you are very good in linear model. You are very good in machine learning, and many of the related field. So all about that. Just try to solve things in a similar pattern. Okay. It is already regarding attendance. Just put your roll number there in comment box, and thank you for attending today's lecture. If someone needed this one, I will send the command only, not file. You can go to take any, just for practice purpose, you can take any of the CSV file. Just practice file. I won't send that CSV file. That one is a confidential one. I will just send command if you need it. Okay. Other